Dad, can you lend me $5,000?
What for, son?
For my wedding, by our calculations, we are falling short in meeting the cost.
Your wedding, how much is the total cost of the wedding, son?
The total cost is $10,000. We are thinking of creating WhatsApp groups and starting the fundraising committee next week. We can together give about $6,000 and expect our friends to help us raise about $4,000. I remember you told me that if ever I need help, I can come to you.
Go get your fiance and come meet me in my study room.
Yes, Dad.
Having a good time, my daughter?
Yes, I am. You and your wife Nakato are so hospitable. I pray that Wakanda and I can emulate your marriage. You are an admirable couple.
Thank you. I am delighted by the prospect of having you as my daughter. Your father, Mr. Tutu, has been a really good friend of mine for decades. This will be your home. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you, Dad.
So, I hear you want to spend $10,000 for your wedding, and you need me to help with $5,000?
Yes, we will greatly appreciate.
The wedding will be at the Sheraton Gardens in about 6 months' time.
Why do you want to have a big wedding?
Well, it's our big day. I and Lupita have always dreamt of a big wedding.
Have you dreamt of a big wedding or a strong marriage?
When you put it that way, it is more of a strong marriage.
Good, you've answered wisely. So who do you expect to come for your wedding?
Friends and relatives, about 100 people.
How many true friends do you really have? I mean friends who have been tried and tested to be there for you through thick and thin.
Countable.
So, who are these other people who will come to your wedding? Okay, let's go to the relatives. I know you love your relatives, but how many are really close to you? I am sure you barely talk with the many relatives you have.
What are you trying to say, Dad?
My son, Wakanda, and you, my daughter, Lupita, why do you want to spend $10,000 on a wedding, a one-day event, yet you need the money in your marriage? Look, you are actually coming to ask me for money. You will form a committee to ask people for money, all to show off and please people who will not even matter in your marriage. Let me share with you my experience. When I married your mother, Nakato, we spent about $100 for the wedding. That was a lot of money then. We fed people, got stressed by service providers, just so that we put up a wedding that will win the applause of a crowd. But as soon as we got married, the crowd disappeared. All the issues that your mother and I went through, no one cared, even family couldn't do much. Everyone was busy living their life. When things got tough, the crowd gossiped about us, some even seemed happy that our marriage was in trouble. I have seen this script repeated over and over. Brides get stressed on their wedding day, they cannot even enjoy, and couples being angry at friends who did not support them financially. The worst part is starting marriage in debt or struggling financially. Do you know that a wedding does not have to cost so much? It does not have to be stressful. It does not have to be full of people who perhaps will never talk to you again.
But Dad, what will people think if we do a small wedding, or we do not invite them?
Are you getting married for people? If you have a small wedding with only the witnesses who matter, will you two not be married? What is all this competition of who had a grand wedding for? People are competing on social media over weddings. Why this need to show off? You know that money you are about to blow in one day, you can use it to invest in your marriage. You can start the process of buying or building a home. You can save up for the needs of the children you will have because you need money to raise a family. Why not start your marriage financially healthy and not in debt?
Dad, if you do not want to support us, it is okay.
No, my love, Dad has a point. I have realized that the idea of a small wedding will not just be a wise and economical one, but also intimate. Marriage is just you and me, not people.
My son, in all the years you have been a man, you have never come to me asking for money, but now you are asking for money to put up a show? I look further, I look at your marriage. I admire how people come together in a wedding committee to raise money, and I wonder, what if couples and people use that same energy to put up a venture that will uplift families? Those members who will be part of your wedding committee, imagine if they become your investors. Imagine if you build a company where you can make a profit and feed your homes. Something sustainable. My son, I have longed for the day you would come and ask me to invest in your business idea. But today I will make the first move. Here, my son, this is a check of $5,000, not for your wedding, but as startup capital for a business of your choice. I am giving the check to your fiance, Lupita, because as Proverbs 31 said, she is to walk with you in building an empire for your family. Focus on your family, give your family the best, forget about the public and opinions of people who do not matter. Build a future for your family. Build your family on a foundation of surplus, not debt.
Thank you so much, Father.
Thank you, Dad, for being a great figure and for your counsel. I do not know what to say more. You have challenged me not to merely get married, but to have a vision for my family.
You will make a great husband and father. I wish I had the same counsel when I was getting married. All the people we fed on my wedding day did not add value to my marriage. In fact, if I was to organize an event and feed multitudes, I would do so for the less fortunate and those in need. Marriage is not for show. I have intended to say this last. My son Wakanda, for the time you have been here with me, I believe I have given you the fish in form of counsel and guidance that has made you a man I am proud of. And today, I want to give you the source of the fish I have been giving you. The first source is the Dad Son book by MALIDAD.com. Read it, it will help you to be a greater man. And if you get a son in your marriage, it will help you make a great man out of him. Read it and act it with your heart. The second is the Lifetime Treasure book, still by MALIDAD.com. It is a real treasure. I wish I had it read earlier when starting my adult life. Now that I know, I deeply recommend it to you because I do not want you to make the same mistakes I made. I am giving you this money to order yourself a copy from www.dotsonbook.com and www.thelifetimetreasure.com, respectively.
My father, Mr. Tutu, also gave me a copy of Dad-Daughter book and said almost the same to me. I now know why you have both been friends for long.
Well, my son Wakanda, if you also want to make a woman from your daughter that will come in your marriage, also get the Dad-Daughter book by MALIDAD.com. Read it, it will aid you a lot in understanding women and your wife. It is a den of wisdom that will help you make a great woman out of your daughter. Get your own copy from www.daddaughterbook.com. I wish you the best in your marriage. God, please grant my children the best of their marriage.
Get yourself a copy of Dad-Daughter, Dad-Son, and the Lifetime Treasure books from www.books.malidad.com or call /WhatsApp +1 31527422122 or +2567007411111. Thank you.